present. Item 1 is the approval of minutes from the meetings listed. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And then item 2 is a discussion regarding the City of West Allis health and dental insurance plans presented by the Horton Group.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. The goal tonight was just to provide an update on how the health insurance plan is running, so that there's no surprises. Come September, October, we'll be in budget season before you know it. So I just wanted to provide a quick update, let you know what's going on in the broader area and what other municipalities are facing, and then to answer any questions you may have. So the 2 pages that are in front of you are what we call our reserve calculator. So this is our kind of one-stop shop on how the health plan is running. So in the middle of this page is what I call the meat and potatoes of the analysis. So to the left side is our fixed cost analysis, so what we pay Anthem to administer the plan, what we pay for our stop loss or reinsurance, our prescription drug plan, and then our consulting fees are all listed there. So those costs remain relatively stable. It's about $130,000 a month, and we don't usually see too much fluctuation in that. The variable cost analysis in the middle of that is our medical claims, our people who go see the doctor, hospital stays, outpatient stays, surgeries, prescription drug claims, all of that's listed there. And then we take out any claims that are over our stop loss deductible that we get reimbursed for, and prescription drug rebates. So anytime a member uses a high cost medication, a lot of times those providers will have rebates, kind of like shopping at, Sam's Club or whatever, where it's just a lot more money and it's about prescription drugs. So the city gets that money back. So we take out those stop loss reimbursements and prescription drug rebates. So then we get a total cost. So we add up all the variable costs plus the fixed costs. And then what we do is we look at your enrollment and how much money is being put into the health fund via premiums, both the city and your employees' contributions. And then a little bit further to the right, you'll see the funding and loss ratio. So what we're doing is we're looking at how much money the health plan is taking in versus how much money is being paid out. And you'll see it kind of like a running total there. So like, for example, the month of January 2020, we had a loss ratio of 79.34%. So for every dollar taken in, we paid out 79 cents. So obviously anything under 100 is good. Anything over 100, we're paying out more than what we took in. So the year totals are in that gray row towards the bottom of the middle part. So for the year of 2020, we had a loss ratio of 79.74%, so a really good year. So again, for every dollar we took in, which was about $13.4 million, we only paid out about 80 cents, which turned out to be about, let's call it 11.8 million with our Medicare costs. So we had a really good year. You'll see the estimated change to reserve just below that, and what we're doing is we're looking at it on a month-by-month basis. What is our accumulating to the reserve? So what is the health fund doing on a month-over-month basis? So in January, we accumulated $224,000. In February, we added another $96,000. So now we're up to $321 total, and it goes all the way through the year. So that 79% loss ratio that I just mentioned equals about $2.7 million to the positive. So if you remember our discussions from 2 years ago or even 3 years ago, we had much harder discussions because the health plan was actually losing money. So we had to make changes to the health plan, deductibles, co-insurance, et cetera, and we actually have been increasing premiums. Last year was the first year where we were able to leave everything flat, and we did that because we didn't know how we were going to come out of COVID. But the main story on this page is that 2020 was a very good year. We were able to boost up the health fund reserve, which was kind of taking some hits over the last several years, so it was good to have a positive year. If you flip the page, this is 2021 so far through the month of May. We started out the year pretty good, 93%, 89%, 94%. the last 2 months have seen an increase where we were at 104%, and in the month of May, we were at 152%. So just last month alone, we had a deficit of about $500,000. It's not too concerning at this point. 2 months don't make or break a year, but it is something that we're keeping an eye on. And when I look at your large claim activity, we're not seeing it in we're not having an overabundance of really large claims. It's just a lot of people going and getting what I would call minor to medium things done. We only have one person that's hit 50% of our stop loss threshold, so that's $175,000 is our deductible, and they're only at about $90,000 total. So it's not, this $1.3 million month that we had in medical claims is not being driven by 1 or 2 people. It's really the whole group kind of coming together to having those costs. And whether it's because people are finally getting some things taken care of as hospitals are opening back up, or maybe it was just a weird month. So we'll continue to watch that. So on the year so far, our loss ratio with the month of May is at 106.5%, which is a deficit of about $356,000. I wanted to show you 2020 before I show you 2021 because, yeah, it's not time to panic yet. When I look at the last 12 months, so if you take these 5 months plus the last 7 months of 2020, our loss ratio is still at 90%, which is about $1 million surplus. So I think as long as things kind of level back out, when I come back in front of you in a couple months for the final budget, I don't expect a big increase, if any, at this point. So it's not time to panic. I don't think we're talking plan design changes or increasing premiums yet. Obviously, we're going to want to see a couple more months of data, but I think the city's health plan is in a good spot where we sit today.
Okay, yeah, I think you answered the question that I had just there. What if this keeps on getting worse? What do we do if the numbers of claims keep on rising and rising? That's unsustainable. The answer is we would have to look at plan design changes.
Potentially. I mean, I think the good news is last year we were able to accumulate $2.7 million in reserves. So as long as Jason is okay with it, I think we can use some of that savings to offset any needed increase. I mean, your employees have been hit the last several years. It'd be nice to kind of level things out for a little bit. So I think as long as finance is okay with it, maybe we would use some of that money to offset it. But again, I don't even think we're to that point yet.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, please, Alderman Weigel.
So this is mostly like deferred elective stuff we're seeing?
Yeah,
Like knees, knee replacements?
Yeah, exactly. We're not seeing the large cancers. We're not seeing the large hospital inpatient stays. It's just kind of your outpatient things, normal doctor visits, some prescription drug claims that are there, but nothing that jumps out of the page where it's 1 or 2 individuals. It's just we have a lot of people utilizing the health plan.
And we don't know how deep this well of deferred stuff is. People might be mostly caught up by now, or this, like you said, this just might be the beginning.
Yeah, I would
Wait and see. How long do we wait? 2 more months?
Yeah, I mean, once we get into September, we'll be looking to finalize a number. So by then we'll have data through July, likely. I would tell you that the majority of my other clients saw the spike at the end of last year. So I don't know if this is just West Dallas is a little bit slower to hit that, or maybe it's just a weird month. Like I said, 1 month doesn't make a trend. So it could have just been a perfect storm where people got their things taken care of at the same time. I don't know.
In the previous year, I see November was the spike. Is
Yeah.
that because people try to spend up or use up before the end of the year, but they don't want to do it in December because it's the holidays? I mean, is that the typical pattern?
Yeah,
and it was a COVID year.
It's twofold, yep. So COVID, things were starting to get a little bit more back to normal towards the end of last year, at least from a hospital standpoint. And then at the end of the year, you always have people who will hit their deductible, and they'll try and get everything taken care of before their deductible restarts. And I don't blame them. That's what I would do.
No.
Right, makes sense.
So, yeah,
We're
at the end
going to
of
have
the
the
year.
holidays to recover.
Yes, and nobody wants to do stuff during the holidays.
Yep.
All right. Anything else from anyone on the committee or anyone else in the room? Great. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
That was nice and easy. Yeah.
Yes, so far.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, for item 3, we'll be going into closed session. So for agenda item number 3, the committee may convene in closed session pursuant to the provisions of section 19.851C of the state statutes for the purpose of considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of city assessor, health commissioner, and city administrator, and to take such further action as may be necessary and appropriate after reviewing the data considered in closed session. The committee may reconvene in open session after the completion of the closed session to consider the balance of the agenda. Can I have a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
I have a motion and a second, and Alderman Tenorio.
Aye.
Alderman Weigel.
Aye.
Alderman Lysick.
Aye.
Alderwoman Keene.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye, and so we are in closed session.